What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Before we hop on these charts on this beautiful Monday, May 18th, make sure you view this on the screen. Trading is risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research, make your own decisions, especially your own trading decisions. It's for entertainment purposes only. Also, read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer, this is I stand to make money from links and codes in my content. Like Top 1 Futures, Lucid, TPT, Tradeify, all the fun ones. Can't be unbiased if I stand to make money, which I do. Important for me to note that, for you to do your own dang research and make your own dang decisions. Chat, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back, man. Let me make sure my headphones are working. Nice, we're good. How we doing, guys? What's up? Happy Monday. Back in action after the Tampa in-person event. Got a lot to talk about from that, but first and foremost, we're gonna get this chart marked up, man. We're gonna get this chart marked up. We got a few minutes to NYSE Open. We got some fun stuff rolling this week, but first and foremost, I'm gonna start by marking up my YM chart, start to finish with you guys. So I actually had marked up the MYM chart, thinking I was marking up my YM chart ahead of the Open, and I decided to leave this. We're gonna mark it up together. I'm gonna give you guys how I find prior week value areas using the fixed range volume profile, as well as some higher time frame discretionary levels. We could clear this chart completely if we want to. Nah, we won't clear it completely because some of these higher time frame levels can be pretty clean. Let's go ahead and do this first. We are here on Monday, May 8th. We know session changeover is Sunday. We're going to go all the way back over here. And we're going to find last week, right? May 8th. And then session changeover to last week, right? Sunday the 10th into Monday the 11th, running all the way through Friday the 15th, right? So we're going to go ahead and grab our fixed range volume profile. We're going to come all the way over here to session changeover. Bang, right there, right? Right at the start. You can see that on the bottom of the screen, right? Sunday, May 10th. And then come all the way over here through Friday. That bar right there would be the open that we just opened up for the start of this week. We're going to run it right there. 15-minute chart for me is fine. This will differ a little bit if you are running it across different time frames, but I'm not that particular with it. So let's go ahead and first mark off prior week value area high. This is going to be value area high, value area low, volume point of control. I'm going to edit this because it was prior week's high, but this is going to be prior week value area high. Bang. VAH, prior week value area low, and then prior week volume point of control, almost in the exact same area right there. Let's just make sure we get those. See, I kind of had that one off a little bit. Again, a 15-minute chart for the most part on YM. I don't need to be, to the tick. It's nice to be if you can. Now, let's go ahead and go out to the weekly chart, and we will get our weekly high and low. I added these really for the weekly Sunday levels email, just to give you guys another way to get some key areas of interest in a more objective way and not so subjective and discretionary. That's going to be prior week high and prior week low, obviously. Right. And then we got some, higher time frame weekly objective levels, right? You can see that they actually line up with every discretionary zone on my chart. So maybe you say, hey, Zach, I'm struggling to draw some zones. Why don't you just drag out a volume profile for the entire last week? And I got a feeling that prior week's volume point of control, value area high, value area low, and prior week's high and low will be some important levels. Maybe you also look at the, prior days, high and low. Right? That could help you out a little bit. So, we're marked up. We got our fresh chart here. Let's look at let's zoom out to the 4 hour or so. Let's look at a few weeks of data here and take a look at these areas of interest that I have marked on my chart. I think some of these are coming off the daily. Let me just take a look here. I'm looking at these, these zones, right? These gray horizontal areas of interest. I'm going to get rid of this because we have value area high, and I'm going to get rid of this. Right? We know that this is the middle ground, right? We have our volume point of control in there. You know, we know that this is the middle ground, so I'm going to get rid of that. If you come to the downside, you know, we have prior week low in here. We have our open today. Our open today, breaking that to the downside and then coming right back in. I like this area. I like this area to stay on the chart. I'm not really going to mess with that. This is coming off the daily. I definitely like this area to stay on the chart. That's pretty clean. Nice volume peak here. All the way down here, coming off of tops and bottoms, price action, market structure consolidation. I like that as well. Definitely like that as well. So I'm going to leave that as we get ready to open up. Let's come back to the 15-minute. Look for that mean reversion trade, guys. That's what I'm looking for. As always, nothing new here. Interesting structure so far, right? We sold off at session changeover. Here's our, you know, Asia-London session coming into pre-market right before we open up here in about 60 seconds for NYSE Open. Sold off really aggressively and then popped really nicely, pushed into the upside here, right into the open. Just getting my new squawk loaded back up here. Naked volume point of control right here from prior day, right? This is our session volume point of control from prior day. I'm going to look for the same trade that I look for every damn day, guys. We're opening up above VWAP here. What am I looking for? Which we haven't been doing too much of it. We're making the case to not do it right now. Looking for that. Looking for that. Pop to the upside for a fade back down. That's what I would like to see today. Test volume point of control. Test above this area right here. Maybe all the way into... Whoa, I just jacked that up. Maybe all the way into prior week value area high, right, on the 15-minute, or at least close to it. Test up here above this big high volume node on the higher time frame for a sell-off back down. That would give me a pretty good way to structure risk here. Don't know if we get that. Don't know if we get that. We opened up to the downside right away. Just taking a look at NQ, see what we had going on here. Taking a look at ES. I'll come back to you guys in the chat, man. We'll say some good mornings. We'll hear how you guys are doing. Yeah, similar structure out of all of these. So these are moving in correlation here. Higher time frame. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this in general. Higher time frame, man. We've continued to drive to the upside. YM obviously much choppier than something like NQ, which is why I like to trade it with that mean reversion mindset. Much choppier than NQ. More recently here though, you know, we've been trending to the upside. We got a sweep of a low and push back in. You know, I'm a little bit interested to see if this is like the start of a pullback down, shake out all the week longs down here, and you know, now we're getting ready to go. If everybody else continues to the upside as well, that could kind of be interesting to see here. Similar structure out of NQ where we had a nice down day, crack to the downside, and we're pushing back in. No news Monday. As far as macro goes, let's talk about this, guys. No high impact news, so it is what a lot of traders will call, including myself, a no news Monday. We got some G7 meetings this week. We have FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. We have unemployment claims on Thursday and revised consumer sentiment on Friday. That's the scheduled, you know, data releases. We got a couple other ones in there, flash manufacturing as well. The Iran situation continues to be a point of contention, and the U.S. markets tend to be hanging on that point of contention. Even right now, just about 3 minutes ago, we got breaking news continuing to come in. I'm reading it. Iranian official did not immediately comment on whether the U.S. has agreed to waive oil sanctions during the talks. Foreign minister says he spoke with Saudi counterparts about diplomacy. So just constant headline, information coming in from the conflict in the Middle East. Nothing really new there. That's been going on for now quite some time. Handful of other things going on from the, headline market perspective that we're trading in. But that seems to be, as of recent, the big driver. So nothing insane just yet. Although it's all kind of insane. But we'll keep an eye on News Squawk for real-time headlines as they come in. Try to keep you guys updated. But for now, we didn't really pop to the upside. We tried, and now we're selling back down towards VWAP. This is the reversion trade that I want. Just not giving me that exaggerated push to the upside. The sweep of pre-market high. Test of prior week volume point of control. Like I said, maybe up here to value area high for this type of movement, right? This is what I wait for off of the open. That would give me a beautiful trade right back down to VWAP. I wouldn't even need it to have gone back down to VWAP. If we sell right off into VWAP, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get something rolling, but we'll find something here between YM and NQ. We'll get something rolling. Got a handful of accounts loaded up, as I have for a while. We'll talk about some accounts, man. We'll talk about some good stuff that I had rolling from last week. You guys let me know what you're thinking in the chat, and we'll go from there. But chat, that's my morning analysis. How we doing, guys? Paul, good morning. Vincent, good morning. Miss M. Jock, what's going on? Ivan, what's up? Good morning, America. Good morning, all. Dwayne, what's happening? Chris, good morning. Hope you had a great trip. It was nice to meet you in Tampa. AJ, what's up, dude? It was great to meet you in Tampa. Great to meet you, and a whole bunch more from the community in Tampa. It was awesome. AK, what's up? Andrew Bags. TM YouTube, what's up? Nate, good morning. Fast Money, good morning. Miss K, good morning. Top Dog, Scar, good morning. What's going on? What's up on YouTube? Kicking X. What's happening, guys? Welcome back, man. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always. Y'all are sleeping today. It's Monday. Usually views are light on Monday morning. Peak out middle of the week when everybody starts to wake up, and then drop back off into Friday when everybody starts to take their early weekend. But started to turn to the downside. I'm waiting patiently on this, man. I'm gonna see what we can do here. Chatty McChat chat. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Appreciate you guys being here with me. Just checking a couple of things since I had some alerts pop. Nice. Got a higher time frame play taking off like a rocket. Damn. Nice. Okay, we'll come back to that. So let's talk, guys. Let's talk. I am here in this is a Tradeify 50K select account. Took a payout from one of these last week. I've got a handful of payouts from last week. Out in Tampa was absolutely awesome. You guys will get some videos. Took a W trading live in the Top 1 Futures account. Took a payout from those guys. Took 3 payouts from 3 different Top Step accounts. And took a payout from a Tradeify account. So 5 payouts between Thursday and Friday of last week, which was absolutely epic. Caught an absolute banger this morning in the Top 1 Live account. I am trading the Tradeify Grand Cup, and the initial YOLO on that one has not paid me well. I'm into a reset number 1. If you guys are not aware, I'll throw this in chat. If you guys are not aware, yeah, man, let me show you some pictures out from. Let me show you guys some pictures while we're waiting for this market to start to set up. I'm still looking for a sweep. I don't love that we pulled back down here, tested some pre-market highs, and now we might push. I'm still looking for a sweep of those pre-market highs for a turn back down. We come right back down to VWAP. I'm not going to take it. Again, no news Monday, guys. No news Monday. Nobody do anything crazy. All right? You guys do whatever you want, but let me see if I could grab a whole bunch of pictures from this, man. Hang on one second. We'll do some pictures and review, man. It was really cool. Let me grab some picks, man. This was epic. This was absolutely epic. Oh my gosh, I got a funny story to tell you guys. I got a really funny story to tell you guys. Sorry, I'm looking for a couple picks. Watching this market start to come to the downside, but yeah, I want to talk about Tampa. I want to talk about this this deal from Lucid. I want to talk about the Tradeify Grand Cup, the full port YOLO Fest, which is fun. It's fun, but I want to talk about that. I think it's important to provide some perspective for you guys. Pretty mean turn back down here in NQ after pushing the upside. Pretty mean turn back down here in YM after pushing to the upside. Let's see what we got here, man. Let's see what we got here. But I'll get some pictures up for you guys. We'll take a look at some of the stuff from Tampa. It was fun, man. It was really fun. It's nice when it all comes together well, man. And I got to meet some really, really, really cool people out there. Some really cool people. Just kind of watching to see. We pulled back down on this, guys. We pulled back down on this. Beautiful test of value area low from last week, but nice consolidation right into the open after such an aggressive push to the upside. You know, here's the if-then statement, right? For those of you guys that are new, or maybe you don't know, or you're just hopping on, or, you know, just a reminder, I'm discretionary. Discretionary, price action, market structure, volume profile, order flow, right? All that fun stuff. I have something that I'm looking for to apply consistency, right? And here, off of the open, for YM, that's mostly a mean reversion trade into NYSE open, right? So I don't love that instead of popping to the upside and giving me a short, we started to sell off, right? Where we sold off 150 points down towards this consolidation, down towards the open, down towards VWAP, although not all the way back down into this really nice consolidation and high volume area from pre-market. But I don't like that we did this so far. I'm trying to decide if we come back up here, do I still want to fade it? Probably. Probably. No news Monday. Higher time frame sweep of a low and a push to the upside. I'm on the wrong side of that. But I'm not going to have a continuation trade. This is not my play. This is certainly a fine thing to do, I think, on YM and many of the other US indices. This is not my play. If we sold all the way off down in here, maybe I'd look for something. But I'm trying to just create that if-then statement as these continue to develop. We can remark this chart as well here on NQ if we want. Chat. Dang, son. All right. Sit patient on this for now, guys. Sit patient on this for now. Let me find one picture. It's absolutely insane. I have to tell you this story from Tampa. Awesome. All right. For those of you that don't know, this past week was the ASFX in-person seminar, boot camp, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm going to throw a ton of pictures up on the screen. I'll kind of take you through some of the stuff that we had going on, which was really cool. Let's see. While we're waiting for this market, starting to move here. Hang on. Watching bookmap on ES over here to the side. Maybe we don't go into picture mode just yet. Hang on, guys. Okay, turning to the upside here. I still like this for a fade. It's going to have to be up here, though. Yes, turning back to the downside really quickly. Popped up and now turning back down. Hang tight, guys. We'll have some fun. I'll give you guys the fun stories, the casino stories, the the fun stuff, as well as the awesome time that we had at the actual event. This looks like it wants to drop right back down to VWAP. I didn't get a sweep of pre-market high. I didn't get my test of prior week volume point of control, yesterday's volume point of control. I'm sitting patient here on YM. NQ all the way back down to VWAP. Nasty dump off the open. Wow, almost 300 points all the way back down to VWAP. Now, do we just hold this trend? This is kind of interesting. Again, old markup here on NQ, so don't mind this. All of these lines are in the wrong spot. Do we hold this and just push to the upside, or do we start to break down and really start to continue what we've been doing here? A little bit of a sell-off. This is kind of interesting. So far, bouncing. Looks like, as always, VWAP a really interesting spot to try to get involved with the market. Taking a look at ES. If it's going to load. There we go. Chat. Yeah, guys, I'm staying patient on this just for a second, but I'm getting ready for a potential short if we pop to the upside on this bad boy. Just making sure I got everything ready to roll. So this could be nice. If everybody's gonna roll over today, and YM's the dog pushing to the upside. Oh, I like this, guys. I like this. Sorry. Let's get this out of the way. Pre-market high getting swept right here. That might be all we do. That might be all that we do, chat. Gonna give this another second in here, but this might be all that we do on YM. We could absolutely push to the upside here. Again, higher time frame. We took out, last week's low, and we pushed in the overnight session. I don't love that test lower and then pop back up, but I'm looking at this as a no news Monday where we come up here, test, and we potentially get that move back down to VWAP, that mean reversion play. This is starting to give me a way to structure risk. with about $1,000 of a stop loss. I wanted this to pop a little bit higher, man. I don't know if we take this out. I don't know if we take this out. I prefer not to miss it. If we turn up here, I think it could be pretty violent. Yeah, we could go. We could just go if we take this. I'm still sitting patient, guys. I'm waiting for a pop through towards these 750s, 800s, 49,750, 49,800s. We could want to go right back to the 50,000 mark today. Patience paying me here because really wanted in on that already. I'm getting short in here, guys. I'm getting short. Getting short in here. I'm short 49,753. One contract. Nothing crazy. $1,000 worth of risk in a funded account. Pretty aggressive. I'm looking for this to be a test of this high volume area right in here for us to not have to come all the way back outside of this area. I think if we do, it's just going to be a big bullish day all the way back up to the top end of this zone. My stop loss is way outside, about 200 points, 200 ticks here in YM. Easily could survive a test of the 800s and above to, poke our head outside of this high volume node when I zoom way out on the 15-minute chart. But I'm looking for that mean reversion trade, right? Mean reversion back down here towards VWAP, back down here towards prior week value area low. Don't need this to be a huge winner. Obviously, this is just an arbitrary take profit. I put that stuff way, way outside. Essentially, I don't run a fixed take profit. I just like to have a limit order here just in case I want to step away. I want to run one later. I have something attached to this position right here on TradingView, and I have to start with it. That's the only way that I could do it. But right back down, yeah, dude, not even VWAP would give me a beautiful trade. This would be 1.5 R back down to VWAP. Just a nice reversion back down in here to test the low end of this high volume node would be completely fine for me. I think we got a good chance of doing that if we don't just take off like a rocket. That's going to be my trade today for YM off the open. Hasn't been that easy to work with. Like I say, we go through different periods of consolidation, of trending markets, just different movements in the market. I absolutely cleaned up I'd say after the first month and a half of the year. First month was pretty back and forth. But coming into these opens, I haven't gotten that really easy to read, just overly aggressive push in one direction that I fade, no problem. But we're in. We're in for this one. Looks like NQ indeed did bounce right off of VWAP. Again, for me, guys, the way that I'm trading these accounts, fairly aggressive from a risk perspective, but very conservative overall for me and my capital allocation. I trade one account at a clip, one at a time. I'm not copy trading everything together. I'm not copy trading, 100 accounts or really even batches of accounts. I trade evals stupidly aggressively, and then I trade the funded accounts also very aggressively. but one at a time. And I have multiple from multiple different firms. It's worked well for me. Quite a few payouts this year. Quite a few live accounts this year. Going to be taking more, hopefully today with you guys. Maybe we take a payout here on the live stream from a top 1 account. But first, let's see if we can get this one to play out. I like this trade. This is one that I want to take every damn day. Test of volume point of control from prior day after a push to the upside. Not much of a pullback down. Again, all this is a little bit of an issue for that nice reversion back down. Again, don't need this to completely sell off, right? I'm not shooting for this to be a huge down day. I'm not even really shooting for this to come all the way back down to VWAP. Right in here. Right in here is going to be fine. You know? But if you're the breakout trader and you're on the opposite side of that trade, you know, for the just rip face to the upside, there's nothing wrong with that either. Chat! How we doing, guys? Welcome home, Zach. What's up? Absolutely. Morning, gang. Poor guy. Any lucid giveaway? I don't know. Maybe, dude. The live stream says giveaway accounts, doesn't it? Maybe. Doing fantastic, but hidden NQ. Absolutely. Purple Ninja, good morning. Nate ES, sniped this one long. Nice. Missed me there. Yeah, man, we missed everybody. I missed everybody that was not out there, man. It was awesome to meet so many people from the community. It was awesome to meet so many people from outside the community. I'll share some pictures in a minute here, but now that we're into a trade, I want to watch this one. Made $1,000 on NQ for sure. Awesome. What indicator are you using on the chart, brother? What are you looking for? Which tool are you interested in? And I'll break it down. Bro printing. Yeah, I've been doing all right, man. I've been doing all right. Overall, grand scheme of things, been doing all right, man. For sure. It's nice when things seem to go well. It's really nice when things seem to go well. All right, let's do picture time. Let's do picture time. This was I'll show you some pictures from Tampa for those of you guys that missed it. We were out in Tampa. This was me showing up to the event. Let me see if you guys can see these the same. Cool. This was me showing up to the event. This was set up on day one. This was some of the sponsors that were out there, which was really cool. Multiple representatives from almost all of these companies that were out there, which was absolutely awesome. Not only are you there, you know, with traders, you're getting to hear from different people from the actual you know, firms and software companies. It was epic. This was, let's see. This was getting set up on day one. Whoa. This was getting set up on day one. This was live trading from the front of the room. This was kind of everybody was starting to just file in. What do we have going on? This was what the room looked like. Whoa. Sorry, guys. This is what the room looked like. This was decent size, man. This was decent size. It's pretty cool. This really doesn't do it justice. But it was epic, dude. It's absolutely epic. Let's see who we had out there. Some pictures with guys. This is me and Lawrence. Lawrence the investor. I got a podcast with him. This was awesome. We were on a panel together. We got some trading in together. It was epic. This was, let's see. Yeah, this was second day when we were hanging in the back of the room. Tanner the Strong Trader, Evan from ASFX. That's actually Brian Shannon sitting back behind us, which was crazy. I got to meet, for those of you guys that don't know, or you care about VWAP, but maybe you don't know Brian Shannon. Brian Shannon is the godfather of anchored VWAP, man. The godfather of anchored VWAP. He wrote the book on it. So I got to hear from him as far as his, you know, his whole speech, what he had going on. He had a couple of segments. And then I got to talk to him. Super cool guy. Like, super duper down to earth, normal guy. And it was crazy to get to meet him. Like, a lot of people were like, man, I've been following your stuff, like talking about me, you know, for, as we're pushing the upside here, talking about me for, like, following me for a year and stuff like that. I had that same thing go on with a handful of people. Like, I was making videos years ago about Brian Shannon. I pulled him up on YouTube. It's crazy. This was, damn. Watching this thing push to the upside here. We'll bring it over here. This was the panel. One of the panels that I was on was called like the Trader's Journey. Lawrence, Tanner the Strong Trader, and James Bruce out of South Africa from ASFX team was me yapping about something here. Let's see what else we had going on. This was most of the guys that were out there that were speakers. Really, really cool. Chris Drysdale. I didn't show any pictures of him. Austin Silver, KV, Randy. It's very cool. It's very cool. I think this is a clip of me live trading from day one. Yeah, this was some live trading from day one. That's what the setup looked like. It was awesome, dude. Absolutely awesome. Caught a winning trade up here on NQ in the Top 1 Live account. Took payouts live. It was epic, dude. You know, you can't always decide when you're gonna have a good day or a bad day, but it was really nice to have made money both days. It was epic, man. What else? What else? What are the pictures we got? I'm going through the camera roll. I ran a half marathon morning of the second day. For those of you guys that don't know, I am training for an ultra marathon. Training for a 100-mile ultra marathon, so I had to wake my ass up early and go on a run. Got that done. As we come back down towards entry here, beautiful reversion. Let's see, dude. Let's see. Let's see if I got some fun stuff. Oh, dude, I got a good one. I got a good one. So, obviously, as you guys could see, you know, this was serious. It was 2 full days of, you know, panels and live trading. Fireside chats. It was, you know, a packed room, you know, well over 100 traders, and then a whole bunch more by way of speakers, representatives from multiple different companies, which was absolutely awesome. But of course, we had some fun. The day after the first event, we had, you know, everybody kind of hanging around the hotel. Day 2, we did like a big dinner, like, you know, huge room at a Brazilian steakhouse. And I gotta tell you this story. After that, everybody went to the casino. I'm not a huge gambler. When I go to the casino, like we talk about here, guys, I know I'm the gambler. I know the edge is against me. I know they have an edge and I'm just gambling, right? So if I stay there long enough, I will lose money. But I gotta show you guys this picture. We go to play roulette, right? We go to play roulette, and again, I'm not slinging like thousands of dollars, couple $100, right? We'll go have some fun. Maybe we make some money, you know, maybe we lose some money, whatever it is. I think I went down $200 and I called it. We get on this table, me and KV, because KV plays roulette, who won money. We get on this table, and I know you can't see what this is, but I'm going to describe it to you. Me and KV are betting like, you know, a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there, inside, outside, whatever. In between both of us, it was busy. It was a Hard Rock Casino in Tampa. In between us is this little, I'm just going to describe exactly what it was. Little Asian lady who seemed very nice, like, popped in between us and was like, oh, excuse me, you know, can I put some chips down in the middle of the table? And I was like, we're kind of playing here, you know, like, can you go over? She's, no, I just need the middle. I'm going to put chips down. She pulled out an effing stack of $1,000 chips, okay? It's minimum inside. These are all $10 chips here. She pulled out a stack of like 10 grand in $1,000 chips. And I don't know if you could see this, but these are all, she changed them in for $100 chips, not color chips, $100 chips. And you could do the math here. These are $100 chips, dude, $100 chips. She threw like 5 bands down on the table. Was not playing, was not paying attention, just pulled up 5 bands down on the table, and I shit you not, excuse my language, 12 hit. She did not hit a single number on here and then ran away. And we never saw her for the rest of the night. Guys, I've been thinking about this like multiple times a day since it happened. Like, was she just rich? Was that what she was doing all night? Did she like save up all of her life savings to come and put it all on one hand? And just for the record, I did the math, like roughly. This was about 5,000 to win 27,000. If any one of these numbers came up, I mean, some of them are different, right? Because she was playing corners on some and not on others. But in general, like if any one of these main numbers came up that she was playing so heavy, it was like 5 grand to win like 24 to 27,000. Insane. Insane, dude. Did not hit, got absolutely cooked and ran away. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I've seen high stakes tables before, right? but out of nowhere, just like she almost didn't get it because like it was just a random spin. She popped in between me and KV, dropped $5 on the table, and then just bounced. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. Also, you're not allowed to take pictures of the table, and KV almost got kicked out for doing that. Insane. Absolutely insane, dude. Never seen anything like it in my entire life. Sorry to get distracted from trading, but I'm telling you guys about the event. We're having some fun. Absolutely nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts. I was like, what? KV was like, yo, what the F was that, dude? Like, insanity. Regular, normal roulette table, not watching, walked up, dropped a stack of chips, lost all of them, and then just moseyed on her way, ran away. Crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. What else do we have? Tanner absolutely ran it up. Dude, I've never seen anyone make money trading slots. Never. I've never seen anyone make money trading slots. I think slots machines are like the dumbest things in the world. Tanner allegedly like lost money first and then was making money like on slot machines, but I only saw him like before we were leaving. He sat down and 3 back-to-back slot machines hit like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I watched him turn like $300 into $1,000 in a couple minutes. It was wild, man. I got a video of that. I gotta find it. I've never seen anyone make money on slot machines. Never. This kid sits down. He's like, you gotta feel it. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. And then somehow rinses 3 slot machines back to back. It's insanity, dude. Insanity. The casino usually is not a fun time unless you go with a big group. You know, you're gonna get somebody that has a good story. Me, I was pretty uneventful. Slowly lost $200, and I was like, you know what? I'm not getting rinsed tonight. Not after that. Plus, I was just so distracted by this little Asian lady that came in and coded the roulette table, lost, and ran away. I was like, dude, I could not stop thinking about it. I was like, where did she come from? What was the point of what she was doing? What was the strategy, dude? Was there any? It looked random. There was like, she couldn't reach the outside. She didn't put chips there. It didn't make any sense. I've never seen anything like it. I am fully disturbed by what happened. Anyway, let's talk markets here, guys. We're in YM short. If you have questions about the event, you want to yap about it, it was so cool. It was absolutely awesome. Let's see if I could pull up. Some payouts from the event. Yeah, it took a handful of payouts, man. It was cool. It was cool. Let me see if I can pull up a couple things. Here. I usually don't show you guys payout numbers. I don't like to do that. So I don't know that I'll be able to do this without showing payout numbers, but let me see. Watch this come to the downside. Yeah, I'll try to pull them up, but essentially I took a $1,000 W from on the Top 1 live account, requested that payout. I had been trading some Top Step accounts, took a handful of payouts there live, which I think is really cool to do, just to kind of display, you know, not like authenticity, but you know, a couple people were asking me, you know, like what's possible, right? And that was kind of something I wanted to hone in on. Like, you know, if you focus up with time, with money, you know, a lot is possible. And then ended up taking a Tradeify payout. First one, about $1,000. Small, nothing crazy. Got started with them just a couple weeks ago, as I was talking about, the Flex accounts. Got to snag one of them, and I'm trading it right now. I think this was the one that I took a payout from. Watching this reversion in here, guys. So we got a little bit of a retest here. We traded all the way up through the 800s and then got a nice move back down. You know, so far from this high, we traded almost 200 points back down to the downside here. Not even 100 points in my direction. I'm in short, stop loss way outside. I like this. I like this trade. I just don't know if we're gonna go. I think we run the risk of this market just wanting to take off and run. NQ started to chop down here at VWAP. Beautiful, beautiful bounce first. Really beautiful bounce to the upside first. Just taking a look around at all of these. Man. VWAP. VWAP here. But we are moving. We are moving today. For me, just talking through this trade real quick before we come back to having some fun. Talking about crazy rich Asians dropping money. That was insanity, dude. Yeah, I need to pull back down here. I need to pull back down here to take a W on this. Anything before the low end of this consolidation, you know, I'm not touching. I hate that we did this. But I want to see a pullback down in here. Just taking a look at lower time frames we have going on here. Trying to make a decision if, you know, if we're just going to trend for today, right? You know, this market is aggressively sold off. It's the 1 minute, right? Just to zoom out and look at this, you know, profile so far. Aggressively sold off into the open. Choppy back and forth down here, although kind of drifting higher. Took off from pre-market, took off into the open. I'm fading that for at least a clean out. Right? I think even if we're going to move higher, what do we love to do first? Shake out all the weak longs down here, pop stops before continuing to the upside. But we'll sit patient. Chat! Looks like a successful event. Yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was awesome. Asian lady is a baller. She probably gets asked questions after throwing down so much. She probably moves to different tables. Yeah, bro. I thought a deal, like, that's what I thought. I was like, yo, first off, you're not walking around with like $1,000 chips in your purse for no reason, right? You changed a lot of money, and it wasn't $10,000, right? You know, it was a lot. And you probably throw down crazy big bets like that, and then you run away and you move on to the next table. I assumed that. But I was like, what if she works like minimum wage, right? And she's been saving up for 6 months, and she drove over to the Hard Rock Casino, and she's like, I'm going to put this all down, one spin of the roulette table, I'm going to coat the middle, my birthday is, you know, number 18, and I'm going to put it all on the line for one big hit, and then I'm going to, you know, go and, I don't know, bro, I don't know. My mind was just blown away by the way that it happened. Again, like, I've seen people bet big. Like, I've been to casinos, right? You know, you watch from the outside, some high-stakes tables and stuff where they're playing, you know, just huge minimum bets. But that one was just different, bro. Blew my mind. Absolutely insane. The energy of winning reciprocates from the quantum field, and you must have an experience that matches. Yeah. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think, dude, I think being in a room like this, listen, being in a room like this, here's my thing. Like, I'm not the best trader. I don't always like, I don't think I'm the best trader. I don't think I've got it all figured out, right? But being in a room like this, where a lot of these are newer traders, right? But a lot of the guys that are speaking are veterans. 10-year, 20-year, 30-year veterans. SK Trading, Steve was there, a 38-year Wall Street veteran, right? Some of these guys that were in the room trading were trading big size in live accounts. Not everybody here was a couple years in. Some of these guys are decades in. They've been with Austin Silver and his team or somebody else that's been out there, you know, sitting at the back of the room, right? Like this, even on day 2. And let me pull this back up. You know, even on day 2, right? This was my setup in the middle. And, being next to Lawrence, who is absolutely rinsing prop firms. He's trading, I think, 2 prop firm live accounts. He's made like $25K in the last couple months. Not just sim farming, YOLOing. He's taking $1,000 payouts every day, multiple. He's literally scheduling them ahead of time. Getting to talk technicals with him, trading with him. Tanner, who's trading live accounts as well, prop firm accounts. Evan, being in a room, full of traders. And again, like, this is a crazy picture. I didn't even realize till I took it after. This is Brian Shannon. Brian Shannon, guys. Like, was hanging out there. I'm getting to talk to him. That this type of stuff to that point, right? You're putting yourself around winners. You're putting yourself around people that are doing better than you. People that have been doing it longer than you, that have this positive energy and are extremely knowledgeable and have a way to convey that knowledge. It's extremely powerful. There's really nothing like it. And I would encourage you, if you missed that event, get out to the next one. If you don't want to go because you don't like everybody else out there, find another event. Max Option Trades puts a huge one on in Miami. Traders for a Cause, massive one in Miami. Prop Firm Match is doing a huge one in London coming up in a couple months. I'm going to try to get out there to that one. It's powerful, man. It's powerful. A big surprise. You are the baseline of the people that you surround yourself with. That saying that people talk about? It's true, right? You are probably going to be the middle of your 10 closest friends, right? If you're surrounding yourself with people that are constantly where you want to be and further along, achieving things that you're working towards, like everybody was doing over the last weekend, you're going to elevate yourself, man. I truly believe that. Rising tide lifts all the ships, right? That's the sense. So it was awesome, man. Powerful. I take so much away, and I hope as a speaker, a guest speaker, getting to connect with so many people, I hope I left a lot on the table. I really do. Hope I talked and provided some value. So I would encourage you guys to not only do that, hang out here, but man, like, get around people. Get around your people, man. Get around people on the same journey as you, and people that, are resonating with you, that, you like what they have going on. Powerful, man. Powerful. Nice rejection here, man, but we're just not finding sellers. These are getting bought right back up. Just to talk about this trade that I have on here, guys. Could be in for the Monday drift to the upside. Beautiful rejection off of VWAP here. Beautiful rejection on ES. I'm still looking for a quick crack down here. I'm not going to hold this to be a massive winner. But again, I'm looking for about 200 or so points to the downside. Right into the low end of this consolidation. Just coming outside of this area of high volume for a quick dubski. And then moving on from there. But yeah, outside of that, caught a really nice trade in the Top 1 live account. I'll probably do like a trade review video on that. We'll start to talk more about that. Just to talk prop firms as we're trading them. I got both of my Lucid, finally, both of my Lucid live accounts ready to roll. I got 2. If you guys want the best deal in Lucid, they just dropped 50% off. Rare deal from Lucid. I have not seen 50% off from them in a while. If you want to check it out, link is going to be in the chat. Let me see if I can do that. Can I get the Lucid deal? Code RDF going to get you the best deal as always. And we got Tradeify. Tradeify is running the Grand Cup. Signed up for it this year. I will talk about this real quick, guys. If you guys don't know, it's a free-to-enter trading competition. Just want to come back and look at this trade. That structure sucks. Let me leave this up real quick. It's a free-to-enter trading competition. I will say, I don't think that this demonstrates anything to do with real. It's day one of it, right? So let me preface it. And I talked about this in the past. I talked about this in the chat. I'm going to talk about it now. This doesn't demonstrate anything to do with real trading. Okay, guys, this is a YOLO fest. It's a full port fest. You have to full port the account to even stand a chance to making it to just the bottom line, right? You have to double and triple and quadruple the account. It's a flip fest, okay? So far, I DLL'd and I'm reset. That's all I've got so far is one full port for a loss. So we're going to see if we can full port a couple more times, maybe make it through the qualifiers, and then get to the part that actually looks fun, which is the head-to-head stuff. It's interesting. There's like 35,000 traders that signed up. The top 1,000 P&Ls at the end of the week go to like the knockout rounds, which looks pretty fun. But again, you'll see a lot of people brag. You'll see a lot of people screenshot. You know, as soon as they get to the spot, because it's, you know, updating in real time. Oh, look how easy it is. You know, $3,000 and I'm at the top or whatever it is, or $10,000. You know, it's a full port fest, guys. It's not repeatable, but it's free. It's fun. You know, we don't get a lot of stuff like this, so it can be fun to try your hand at it. We'll see. Hopefully, can be in the top 1,000 and then go to whatever the knockout rounds are, which looks pretty fun, where it's head-to-head, where it's just you versus another trader, which is kind of an interesting structure. But, you know, you have to trade and put up a green P&L every single day, which is, you know, not really much to do with real trading. But fun. If you guys want to check it out, I will throw the link in the chat. Let me throw this up here. If you want to check it out, link is in the chat. Again, it's free, which is fun. I think it's like 29 bucks to reset. And if you want to check out Tradeify, who I just took a payout with the end of last week, like I was talking about, code RDF gets you 40% off. So, but these are cool. They're again, I haven't seen a structure that's not just a YOLO fest for clout yet. I don't know if they can make one. I will commend them. This was really a cool structure. They've got a bunch of outlaws, which is pretty crazy. But can I see like the leaderboard? Let me see if I could find the leaderboard. Yeah, dude, it's insanity. It's absolute insanity. This is the leaderboard. It started last night. It started at session open, and everybody has a $2,500 daily loss limit. And the top guys, like the top, like, 150 are at 10,000, right? So, it's a full port fest. It's a full port fest. Let's see, to be qualifying right now. Let's see, what's the thousandth number 1,000? Yeah, you have to put up $5,000 at least. And by the end of the week, I'm sure this is going to be like 10,000 or something for the top 1,000. So it's insane, right? You have to flip the account multiple times to even stand a chance at getting into the top 1,000. So again, do I think this has anything to do with like real consistent trading? Do I think the guys up here are the best traders, out of everybody? No, not at all, right? You're on the right side of a couple huge full port trades. But it's cool, fun. We don't get that stuff. For them to do it for free is a big expense. And then they did this, which is really funny. It's really cool. Once you get past qualifiers, if you get past it, they've got like 25, streamers and traders, content creators, whatever the hell, you call traders, who, if you go head to head with them, and random people will, and you beat them on whatever day you're matching them up, you automatically win a reward. If one of them wins the whole competition, which is really likely because they don't have to qualify, everybody's stuff gets cut in half. All the rewards get cut in half. But it's funny, man. It's funny. So we'll see. I got a full port an account a handful of times. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. We're trading accounts with a lot of money on the line, so I'm gonna send it a couple times and see what we can do. No, 20K. Yeah, 20K overnight with one mini max. And just to qualify, in the first 12 hours of the event to be potentially going to the top, you would have had to double the account already. So, it's a full port fest. All of them are, to a degree. They let you reset. And even if they don't let you reset, to get in, you're going to have to put up an insane, insane rate of return. So, I say that stuff not to be like, oh, it's negative or something like that, but I see people that use it as like, Look at how good of a trader I am. Join my program. Look at how good of a trader I am. And I see the comments underneath like some of the guys that are posting on socials. How are you trading? What's your strategy? What's your strategy? I'm like, guys, come on now. Come on now. But it'll be fun. I hope that I can full port my way into the knockout rounds, because once you're in the knockout rounds, it's you versus a trader, and you both have to trade, and you might just scalp a couple micros, and the other person buries himself, right? And a lot of those guys, of course, that are on the on the leaderboard now, they're gonna lose the account by the end of the week and have to reset or whatever it is. So it's interesting, but it's a full port fest. If you're gonna try that, just for the record, don't even bother if you're not gonna just send it on one NQ mini, no stop loss. I don't think you could do anything consistent to get into the top 1,000. It's funny. Check out Ninja Traders Arena. Yeah, I don't, Andrew. I don't care so much about the competitions again, because in trading and what we do, there isn't a competition anything close that what I've seen that would actually like demonstrate a trader's abilities, right? The structure of them, it just does not make sense to what like actual trading is. So I don't like to, I don't like to waste too much time doing that stuff. But it's certainly fun and cool, and like it's free, all right? So you could sign up and have some fun and trade a a prop account for free, right? You're not going to make any money, to start with. Maybe you get to the qualifiers and you knock some people out, make some money, but you're going to have to full port your way there. It has to be some algo trading. Too many guys with 20 to 30K already. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, Mike. I think it's just full porting non-stop, and we got a lot of volatility, on NASDAQ. And if you take 33,000 accounts, the guys in the the 100 to 200 that are gonna make it out, that full ported it 5 times and held it, for $5,000 winners. I think it's reasonable. I think it's reasonable. I will say I saw an argument, and I thought I read the rules on this. Maybe you guys know. I saw an argument where like you weren't able to trade multiple minis across multiple assets. But then some people were saying that they were trading multiple minis across multiple assets. So I might have this completely wrong, but I thought it was one mini on one asset. And then I saw some people say you could open up multiple minis across multiple assets, but I don't think that's allowed. So I don't know. I got to read the rules again. What do I know? Maybe you guys know. Past the Apex eval today was using NQ and YM, but now after I go after the pay account, change it back to minis. Cool. Cool. Had to step away. Happy to meet you in Tampa. Enjoyed your talk with Trader's Journey as well. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, there'll be videos on that stuff out of Tampa coming up, guys. There'll be videos on that stuff. Yes, one mini on one asset. I tried it. Okay, Andrew. So, like, here's what I mean. You can't open up one mini short on NQ and then one mini short on YM and one mini short on ES and one mini short on gold, right? You can't do that all at the same time. It's one mini on one asset. Because last year, the guys that did that, I think they killed all of those accounts. Let me know if I have that right. I'm pretty sure it's one mini at a time, whatever asset. No. Okay, cool. I got it right then. Yeah, so, yeah, I think they're just full porting NQ. Just straight full porting NQ. Like, this gave you some opportunity. Like, you would have had to have scalped back and forth quite a bit. But maybe you got short at the open. You picked up $5,000, and then you scalped, 20 times in here for 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. I think that's what they got going on, right? Just a handful of like wild, full risk trades. Yuck. Yuck, guys. Sitting patient here on YM. Short from 49,753. Looking for a reversion back down into this area right here. This was take profit area. Push to the upside, traded through the 800s all the way right up to the 845s. Cleared out these 750s, cleared out the 800s. This looked like we were going to get something here. But we're kind of chopping now across all of these. Looks like we're trying to figure out what the hell we want to do after a nice reversion off of VWAP on ES and NQ. Just looking at low time frames with you guys here a little bit. Back on YM, back on the 15-minute. Not much for me to do. You know, I don't love this structure now that we're starting to form. I really don't love that structure. But nothing for me to do besides sit patient. Catch that move back to VWAP. Oh. Happy up 2,500 with micros. Good reads today. Free play account for me. Yeah, it's a free play account. Is only took sell NQ. Okay. Cool, man. $10:30 a.m. IB set across all of these. I'm going to hang out with you guys for a bit on here. I want to see a reversion back down towards VWAP if we can snag it. Let's take a look at news, see what we got rolling today. Reading some news here, guys. Nothing too crazy coming out, breaking right now. 10:07, we did have some more comments on Iran. Let's see what the market's got for us today on this No News Monday. Again, talking about financial news. News Squawk is my preferred provider of financial news. This is a real-time Squawk updates and custom platform. Really, really awesome stuff from these guys. Financial Calendar, True Social, Twitter, their News Squawk headlines feed right here. Of course, the big claim to fame is the actual read aloud in near real time news headlines. If you guys want to check this out, code RDF gets you the best deal. You could try it for 7 days for $20. It's pretty sweet, but was just reading some of this right here. This doesn't look like it was a immediate, big update or anything that broke out, but talking about Iran. Most of the headlines. Seems like rat virus or whatever the heck that virus was is not shaping up to be anything of too much concern. Fed chair swapping out last week didn't seem to have too much impact on the markets either. Obviously, everything surrounding the conflict in Iran, logistics around the strait, oil prices, all of it is in play. But for the most part, it's a True Social post with a new comment, and all of a sudden, the market rips. Let's see. Back down into profit on this one. Again, hold it patient. Nothing for me to do until we catch a TP or a stop loss. Patience, my friends, patience. But while we are hanging out, chat. Yeah, you guys, next to no likes on the stream. Let's do this. Let's set the like goal. I'll make it easy for you. Make it really easy for you. You know what? Let's do I'm gonna make it 60 likes. Boom! We're going to do a giveaway for a Lucid account. No purchase necessary. Must be in the 100% free trading community, which I will throw in the chat right now. Discord. If you're not in there, there it is, guys. Bang. Smash the like button. We have a light amount of viewers on this Monday. We bounce back and forth, but 173 have hopped on and off. I'm very confident that if you guys hit the like button right now, you would immediately run it up. But we'll hang out for a bit, see if we can't catch a dubski on this one, and then we'll get somebody funded. Let me go ahead and get this ready for you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Give me the dubski. Give me the dubski. Dump it. Dump it for the boys. 100 points in profit. $500. Let's see. Let's see. Like I said, guys, I am looking for a close down around the low end of this consolidation. We could certainly roll over. We could turn this into an absolutely insane down day. That's not my play, right? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a push back down here towards VWAP. Right? I don't want to come around. No, I'm not going to come off this because we might actually go here. Let's see what we can get out of this one, guys. Let's see what we can get out of this one. Danger zone right here. Current volume point of control. Top end of this from pre-market. I'm looking for a push down in here. I'm looking for another 100 points out of this. This isn't enough. This ain't enough. Looking for a nice crack back down and put me into some profit on this funded account. Couple flip days and we'll be ready for another payout for Tradeify. Just like that, chat. Just like that. Would love to see this continue right here. If we come back through the highs, that's going to suck. That's going to be trash price action if we come back through the highs. Just looking at this on a lower time frame. You know, we could be the sweep down here and then we come back through. That would not be great. I want to see this continue. Like now, I want to see this continue. Let's see what we got, chat. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Start Monday off right here. Good trade, though. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with my entry. Of course, would have liked to catch a push all the way up here for even more profit, even a better entry. I don't like that. I don't like that so much. Nasty push out of ES and NQ. Not nearly as much. Dang, man, it couldn't even give me VWAP on YM. You couldn't even give me VWAP, Dow. ES and NQ sold off all the way to the lows, and you couldn't even give me VWAP, bro. I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends, man. I don't know what I did to offend you, but ES 15 points, 60 ticks below VWAP, and you couldn't even hit VWAP for me. NQ 750 ticks below VWAP. Damn, dude. I thought I was boys with YM. Apparently not. That's not great. That's not great, guys. That's not great, guys. I don't like that. At all. Man. Man, oh man. I do not like that at all. No active management on this for me. Just talking through. I hate the movement that we've gotten out of the other two US indices and how just YM is holding so much stronger. True Social Post, guys. Hang on. Volatility coming in. Get ready for it. True Social Post breaking right now. As you can see, complete darkness on the order book. Algo shutting off. Get ready for volatility. If Iran surrenders, admits their navy is gone and resisting at the bottom of the and resting at the bottom of the sea, their air force is no longer with us. If their entire military walks out, okay, so it's just a. What is this? What? I can't even really interpret this one without reading it a couple times, to be completely honest. But wild comments out of True Social here. Like I said, felt like we just wait for the Trump post, and we were. I don't think the market really interpreted it clearly either. Sorry, I have to actually read it for a second. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, it took so long to actually get towards the end of that. The whole thing is essentially saying, like, if there's like a huge surrender out of Iran, that the like Democratic side of the news, CNN, would print that the Iran had a brilliant victory over the U.S. and it wasn't even close. They have gone absolutely crazy. So that's essentially just a comment on the media, not so much on the conflict at all. Market didn't like it first and then likes it. Damn. All right. Sitting patient in this one. I don't love that we cracked to the downside on these two and we got bought right back up. This is making the case for a continuation of the upside, if not a choppy day. I like my trade, right? You know, fine. I like my entry. I like my stop loss. I don't love the price action market structure that's forming. I really got to say that. You know, this is one that I would, you know, note in my journal. Had I gone stop loss, if we come back through, right? If you come back through, had I gone stop loss to break even, which I'm not going to do, you know, would that have helped me or hurt me, right? This is one that I'm going to journal. I'm not a fan of it. I find my data doesn't support me doing it, so I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to trust my trade, give it room to breathe. But given the structure on YM, NQ, and ES, you know, I'm inclined to stop myself out. Now, I'm not going to do that because more often than not, it doesn't help me, even if I'm inclined to do so. So I'm gonna sit patient on this. Let's see what the market's got for me. What's up, guys? Yes, sir. 800 on ES short. Morning. Pam, what's up? What's happening? Vicky, what's going on? Like done. Cool. Great read. Great read up. 350. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Payout last night. Nice. Nice. I thought we were friends. Yeah, I thought me and Dow were friends. I really did. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, guys, I'm staying patient in this one. Again, I don't love this. I don't love the way that we came down here. I mean, we could dump, but this is feeling like decision-making time, right? We came all the way back down towards the lows. We're either going to sell off really aggressively, chop in here, or come right back up. This feels like we're making the case to take out stops down here and then go. I just hate how we got so much selling pressure. I mean, off the highs. You know, off the highs here, we sold off so nicely in both NQ and ES, and we just did not get that in YM at all. It just feels like we're holding, not feels like, we are holding much, much stronger in YM. We didn't get that really nice mean reversion movement. And, you know, as everybody starts to recover here, we could just be in for that drift to the upside. So I don't love that, but I'm going to sit patient in this one. Again, this is one that I will journal and take a look and say, hey, you know what? Pretty decent indication an hour into the trade to go stop loss to break even, as you know we failed to go lower a couple times. You know, how would that have helped or hurt, right? If we come back through the highs here and go and stop me out, you know, that'll be a note that I make. As far as the structure on this, we're still good. You know, plenty of room to take a you know, another pop to the upside before we potentially come back in, but I'd love to see this go now. Super choppy in here. Super choppy. Drifting lower highs and lower lows, but just really consolidating in here. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. think we might get some movement out of this, though. We're either going to see this pop to the upside or turn back down to VWAP. It's unfortunately feeling like the pop. But discretion in some areas, right? Quite a bit of discretion in some areas, and I try to temper it in others. Anyway, if you guys want to run the giveaway, we got now 53 people on here. 49, 51, 53. We got how many likes? 34 likes. So if everybody, and how many viewers actually? Let's see. 220 views. So if everybody right now that's on the stream hit the like button, we'll run a giveaway for a Lucid account. Get somebody funded. Up to you guys. Up to you guys. Let's see. While we wait for this trade to play out. I'm hanging on to this one. Diamond hands, guys. Diamond hands. That's my game plan. Oh, more True Social. Hold on. Uh-oh. Not to do with Iran. Not to do with Iran. Talking about congressman. Craziness, man. Craziness. All right, guys. I'm letting this one run for now. I'll be right back. Be right back, guys. All right. Back to entry here. Back to entry. We're fixing to find out, as they say in the South chat. We're fixing to find out. All right, let's see what we got. I'm sitting patient on this one. You guys got 60 people on here. We got how many likes? Oh, you guys are almost there. There you go. Now everybody hit the like button. Look at that, guys. We're going to run a giveaway. Yay. Almost. Almost there. Giveaway will be in Discord if you are not in the 100% free trading community. Boom. There is the link. While we are waiting for this trade to do something again, poking it, do something, and we're waiting for you guys to smash the like button so we can run a giveaway. We have a couple things going on this week. 50% off Lucid, a rare deal from Lucid. 50% off. This is for 2 accounts per trader. Makes the accounts stupid cheap. I absolutely rinsed the 50K accounts, the 50K flex accounts. I have 2 live accounts with them now, finally ready to roll. I got them on Friday of last week. Took them about 2 weeks to hand them over to me. We have Tradeify running the Grand Cup. It's a free trading competition. I talked about it earlier. It's a YOLO fest. I don't think this has much to do with actually trading at all. You have to get lucky by YOLOing the account multiple times to make it into the first round of qualifiers. But I'm going to try my hand at YOLOing and see what we can do. If you guys want the best deal on Tradeify, code RDF going to get you the best deal. Link is in chat to sign up for that, though. Let me give you the link to sign up for the Tradeify competition. Boom. There it is if you guys want to check it out. Should be fun. Should be fun. But I like to add that in there because, again, I see, like, you know, a lot of people just do different things to market themselves, right? And they are, you know, implying that doing well in a full port YOLO fest means that they have, you know, some superior edge in the market that they could teach you, right? And, you know, that's just not the case, right? Putting up, you know, turning a $2,500 account into a $25,000 account in 12 hours, you know, in the overnight session is awesome. It's great. It's not very repeatable. You're going to lose a lot of $2,500 accounts doing that. Probably way more than get to $25,000. So, you know, I just think it's important to temper that, right? Because again, you know, some people I think are here a couple weeks in, a couple months in, and I saw the comments on Twitter and stuff. How do I do that? Well, teach me, or do you stream, or what strategy do you use? And I'm like, oh God, guys, you know, you're getting got here. You're getting got, you know. Still fun. It's free. I think they got a really cool structure with the knockout feature once you get past the thing. And they have to do something to, like, you know, narrow it down. So there's no really other way for them to do that. But it'll be cool once everybody gets to that knockout, you know, head-to-head thing after a week. So we'll see. Chat. Yeah, for sure. Nice. We're going to run a giveaway. Forum's going to drop in Discord. 60 likes, 62 likes. Awesome. Hey, brother, just want to stop by real quick to say thank you for the small chat on Friday at the boot camp. What's up? Awesome, man. I ended up running 7 miles afterwards. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Awesome. Thanks for hopping in chat, man. Great to meet you at Tampa. Yeah, we were talking running. I was talking running with a couple peeps. Come to see. Yeah, okay. All right, guys, let's run it. We're gonna do the giveaway in. We're gonna do the giveaway in the giveaways channel in Discord. Giveaway form is live. Let's update this. Boom. Good to go, guys. Go ahead and get it filled out. I'm going to say this quick. I have to say it every time. I have to say it every single time. Please follow the instructions. All of the instructions are clearly listed on the form. If you don't follow the instructions, you can't win the account. Here's a couple things to remember. Only fill the form out one time. You can't have multiple family members or any friends or people from the same area or with similar names or emails or IP addresses or anything fill the form out. One entry per person, per household, per trader, you know, the whole thing. You have to be here on the live stream. If you fill the form out and you're not here on the live stream, you don't get the account. You can't win it. Have to be here in live chat when I say what's up. I'll give you a couple minutes to answer if you win, and you claim the account. All right? Pretty simple stuff, guys. There's a couple other things like being in the Discord, following on IG, you know, whatever the parameters are. If you mess up a name, you mess up an email, you write something a little bit wrong on accident, you know, unfortunately, I can't differentiate between what's an honest mistake and what is you scamming the form. So that's my one disclaimer that I'll say today. Let's see if we can't catch a W and get somebody funded, man. Let's see if we can't catch a Dubski and get somebody funded. Hello, what's up? AK, what's up? Whoa, top one paying me out because I traded from... Oh. Pam. We got to talk, Pam. Top one asking you to fill out a form. 10 questions with documentation required by my trading style. Pam, do me a favor. I'm going to shoot you a DM after this. I'm going to shoot you a DM after this for sure. I want to hear about that. That sounds like something that's not bueno, so I definitely want to hear about that. But I got a good feeling you're going to get paid. Mostly because I hung out with Clay all weekend, the CEO, CFO of Top 1 Futures. But yeah, and they got a handful of changes going on right now. But send it over to me in DM. And just do me a favor. I know we've spoken in DM before. Many of you have. Please always, guys, make sure you're clicking my name from the main chat. And that you make sure it's me, not somebody random. But that sounds super lame. That sounds super lame. I'm gonna have to see that and then give them some feedback on that because it doesn't make any sense. All right, let me just do this real quick, guys. I'm gonna say open for 10 minutes. Giveaway form is open for 10 minutes till 11:10 a.m. EST end time. Okay, 10 minutes, guys. You guys got 10 minutes to get the form filled out. Link is in Discord. Congrats on the payout. That's epic. Awesome on the payout. That's crazy. So, yeah, just shoot me a DM with that, and we'll talk. It's disappointing a little bit to hear that. I'm always open and honest, when I'm partnered and affiliated with firms, and even when I'm not. I don't like to hear that. That just doesn't sound really reasonable. Prop firms will sometimes question if you're trading from multiple different areas. Oh, volatility, guys. Hang tight. Hang tight. Volatility coming in here. Starting to sell off. I'm going to look for a close if we crack down towards VWAP, like I said earlier. Can we get some follow-through on any one of these dips? Or are they all going to get bought right back up? I'm going to come back to that thought, guys, but I got to watch this for a close. Just getting ready to make sure we are ready to close it. What in the world, dude? Sorry to talk like that, but we've had a couple of these. Here we go. We've had a couple of these where we've dipped down and we've just gotten bought right back up. I don't know if we get continuation on any one of them. I would love to see it, but I got a feeling if we don't get the move here, man, it's going to be through the top and lights out. Got to pick a decision. Got to make a decision here whether we're just going to chop. We're going to start to get an extension to the downside. Give me a W. Here we go. Let's see it. Let's see it. Nice. I'm getting ready for a close here, guys. Showing me 150 points. Getting close to 200 points here. Nice turn to the downside. Very nice. I'm going to get ready to close this into VWAP here. Getting ready for a close here, guys. Gonna give me VWAP, YM? Like I said, I thought we were boys. I thought we were friends here. Staying patient. Staying patient. Holding for my 200 points to the downside. Give me VWAP. Give me VWAP, bro. Dude. Whoa. May not mess this up. That's what I want out of this. And at this point, if we come back through the highs, I will definitely go stop loss to break even right in here. That's fine. I'm not really waiting for this, but just in case we crack into VWAP, I gotta take profit right before it. Oh my gosh, is it gonna give it to me? Let's see. Let's see. I don't know that I want to wait for this one, guys. Trying to take a look at book map real quick as we're coming down here. Yeah, liquidity all the way down to the 500s. Like not a real reason to not push right through. This is disappointing. This is just really disappointing action for me today. Starting to find buyers in here, man. Dude. Are we really gonna find buyers back in here? I don't know that I want to be a DICK for a TICK, which is the saying when you hold out for a tiny bit. I try to hold on to my trades to the area that I'm waiting for and not just close them early. Otherwise, I'm constantly selling myself short. This is super frustrating, man. Not going to give me VWAP. Crazy. Getting ready for a manual close here, guys. This is just frustrating. I find for the most part, let me talk through this. Let me talk what I'm doing here. I find for the most part, I do what I'm about to do now. I clip my trades for $100, $200 before where I'm really looking to take profit. And that just hurts me more than it helps me, right? In the long run, I'm just clipping myself short on, 20, 30, 40 points on every single trade. And that hurts me more than it helps me. That saying, don't be a DICK for a TICK. I'm going to be that today. I'm not going to close this. At some point, I have to stop doing it. So today's going to be the day. I'm stop loss to break even. If I can't get a TP hit on this, I'm just going to be 0 on this trade. I've reviewed way too many of my trades where I've closed way too many too early. And at some point, I'm going to have to start holding them. Even intraday, even here into VWAP, even here close to a take profit, right? I will have to at least build the skill set of being able to hold it. So, beautiful trade, 200 points in profit. I'm not going to close this. I don't. I would prefer to have it come all the way back on me today, all the way back to a break even, and throw away $1,000 in profit in an effort to build the habit of being able to hold my trades. That's what I'm focused on today. Frustrating when it happens. at a certain point, I'm going to have to stop closing my trades for $800 when I want 1,000. You know, I'm going to have to stop doing that. So, today's the day. Today's the day. All right. Giveaway time. Giveaway time. Let's run it, chat. Let's run it. We have Lucid accounts up for grabs today. Let's see what you guys did here. Giveaway form is now closed. Let's get ready to run the ducks. Chat. Chatty McChat chat. Let's get ready to give some accounts away. We got profit running. Again, guys. 9 out of 10 times, just take profit, right? Just take profit. But I have to try to play to my data. I've gotten way too comfortable taking profit too early. Just gotten way too comfortable taking profit too early. So for me, and maybe for you, there's a benefit in forcing yourself to do the really hard thing, the really painful thing, right? Which is hold on to your trades. Hold on to the trade till the area that you want to take profit, right? Instead of just clipping everyone early. Especially if your data shows that by clipping them early, more often than not, you have them continue in the direction of your trade rather than come all the way back in profit. Today, we'll find out. We'll see. We'll see if today's the day where we get really close to VWAP and then trade all the way back through to a break even, or if we take profit. But at a certain point, right, you review the same thing over and over and over again so many times where you have to try to make a change in the right direction, you know. Giveaway form is closed. Let's get ready to run it. Let's get ready to run it. Want to see if we can get a TP hit here. It's trying to leave it to see if it's going to come all the way back on me or if we're going to get a TP. And Q bouncing, pushing the upside. ES bouncing, pushing the upside. YM tried. They tried. We tried. It's going to edge the TP. All right, I'm not going to make you guys wait for this. I'll let you know if we hit. Here, we'll run bookmap over here on the left-hand side. Let's run some ducks. If we trade down through the 40s, you know we're hitting. 3 minutes on the clock. Best of luck, everybody. Let's get somebody funded today, man. See what we can do. Let's make some money. Let's get some people funded. Oh, man. Stack deep today. Yeah, we got everybody that hopped on for the giveaway. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to change it up a little bit more. Pam, I read all these messages, and that sounds crazy. We're gonna take a look at this. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. We're gonna take a look at this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here's TP. Here's TP. Are we gonna get edged? Ah, we got it. There we go. TP smashed, boys. TP smashed. You see? There's one for the hold your trades. Okay? There's one for the hold your trades. All right? Listen, guys. There's a saying that goes, don't be, and I don't want to say it, don't be a DICK for a TICK. It means like, you know, don't allow profit to disappear. You know, don't be so tight with a take profit or stop loss or, you know, entry that you're going to miss everything, you know, in the grand scheme of things. You're never going to be that exact in the first place. But in general, right, when you review your data, here's why I just did what I did, right? When you review your data, you're going to have things that scream at you. For me, one of those things is you have areas where you want to take profit, Zach, and you close the trade like coming into that area like all the time. You're clipping yourself for, you know, $200-300 per trade, right? You're shorting yourself. Instead of doing that, you should probably just hold the trade, because 9 times out of 10, right? That's a random number. It's not exactly 9 times out of 10, but, you know, more often than not, it gets there. It gets all the way there. Very, very, very small amount of the time, it will turn all the way around and go back and, you know, take you out of break even or stop loss, right? But not today. And at a certain point, you're going to have to callous your mind and callous your abilities to hold your damn trades. Diamond hands, okay, guys? So I'm glad it worked out in my favor that time. We got a W coming for Snow Jorb. This is not a bot. Snow Jorb is on here often. Snow Jorb, are you here? Did you follow the instructions? I hope you did. I think that you did, but let's find out. Let's find out. Let's see. Let's see my man Snow. All right, first off, Jess, who said that. You don't have to write no here, okay? We're going to give everybody 2-3 minutes, and it just indicates where your head's at, all right? Come on, bro. I'm about to kick your ass out of here just for trying that. Snow Jorb is here. He's already commented in the chat, bro. W's in the chat for Snow Jorb. Throw them in. Throw the W's in right now. Jesus, your name is Jesus, man. Come on. Why are you saying that? What are you saying with the frown face, bro? Come on. Hey, check this out. Throw the W's in the chat. Spam the chat. Jesus, bro. Let me throw this at you. Let me be nice to you guys, right? I'll interact with you guys as I like to do. We took a W today. Everybody just chill, okay? Everybody just chill, right? Don't try to get over on me. Don't try to get over on each other, man. It's a good community. It's cool. It's all right. Guess what we're going to do today? This one's for my man who was trying to throw it in there. He threw mad W's in the chat. Here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to run it back. This way you don't got to worry about nothing, all right, guys? We're going to run it again. These are for, I don't know what accounts I have from Lucid, but they're going to be accounts from Lucid. I'm going to give you guys the codes. Lucid's cool. They give me the codes. We're going to run accounts from Lucid. We're running it back. 3 minutes on the clock. Snow Jorb is winner number 1. We have, let's see what we got in the, let's see what we got pulled up in the Tradify account. That was a $1,050 winner. $1,050. Short in here. What was I short? I think 43. I think it was something like that. Like right like that. No complaints, guys. No complaints. I'm not upset. Not upset about that. We'll get the actual numbers. W's in the chat. W's on the charts. W's on the Ducks. It's a good Monday back, man. It's a good Monday back. I'm excited to be trading live with you guys. Fun time in Tampa like we were talking about. We're going to have some fun this week. We're going to have some fun this week for sure. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Chat, you guys are awesome, man. You guys are awesome. Snow Jorb, winner number 1. Let me mark this out. Minute to go. Chat. What do we got? My duck is lazy. Is this random? Yeah, it's random. Ducks suck, man. I overfed my duck. Monday was more like one day. You guys are funny. If you don't clap for others, it may never be your turn. Correct, man. Gotta clap for others, guys. WWW. Snowjorb says, thank you, everyone. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Snowjorb. Big W's. 30 seconds to go. Let's see. I think my duck is stuck in Tampa. What's up, Miss Venture? What's happening? Pam, if you hop back down here, by the way, I saw the messages in chat. I will reach out afterwards. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to get that one solved. Don't worry about it. And it's good feedback because there's a bigger conversation has to be had there. I don't know. Miss Venture came to the front. What happened here? What happened? Ah, stop loss is getting hit. Sand the Trader, Edge Cart down to the bottom. W's in the chat. The aerodynamic. Number 5, Ange Cart. You guys are funny. Hold on. W's in the chat. Hella W's in the chat. Spam it. You know the drill. Ange Cart is also definitely going to be here before anybody says it. I'm going to give you a couple minutes, okay? I give everybody a couple minutes. We check it out, all right? These are Discord OGs, though. These are Discord OGs. Ange Carter is here on almost every damn stream in Discord and following on IG. Hella W's. Hold on, I can't even read them. I can't even read them. Guys, we did two today. We took a W on stream. We're not going to do anything else crazy today. Whoa. We're not going to do anything else crazy today. $1,050 in a Tradeify funded account. We're going to take another payout from this bad boy coming up pretty soon. Shout out Tradeify if you want to check out Tradeify. They are running the Grand Cup. Do I think this is a good test of a trader's skill level? Absolutely not. This is a full port YOLO fest for fun. If you want to have some fun, there's not a lot of outlets to do that here in trading, especially for free. This is a spot to do that for fun, man. I'll be YOLOing my way to losing a handful of accounts or to the 1,000, top place to see if we can't make it to the second round. If you guys want to check it out, code RDF, gonna get you the best deal at Tradeify. Also, Lucid, I am set up now with 2 live accounts from Lucid. Super hyped to be trading live with these guys. I'll keep you guys updated, of course. We have 50% off. They've been at 40% and then 30% for a long period of time. 2 accounts at 50% off. Do not sleep on this one. Do not sleep on this one. Code RDF, going to get you the best deal here, as well as at Top 1 Futures, Take Profit Trader, and Alpha Futures. If you guys want to check it out, links in the chat, links everywhere. I see you guys saying do one more race, do more races. Listen, guys, hop back on here tomorrow. Plot twist, we're going to be running more races tomorrow. And listen, I see everybody hopped on right at the end. We went from 30 viewers to 80 viewers. I'm not going to give everybody heads up on the giveaway tomorrow, okay? You got to be hanging on the live stream. I'm going to reward the people that are here on the live stream, okay? Appreciate you guys for being here. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate partnership disclaimer. This is I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Lucid, Tradeify, Bookmap, and others. Can't be unbiased if I stand to make money, which I do. Important for me to note that, for you to do your own research, make your own decisions. Guys, y'all are awesome. Talk to you soon. Fun stream. Making money. We're making money out here, guys. We're getting people funded. I don't know. We're having fun. Not a bad way to start the week, man. Trade well. Keep it controlled. Crazy headlines. Crazy week. Structure and accept your risk, guys. You're not going to win every day. I'm not going to win every day. I'm going to lose back to back to back to back. That will happen plenty of times. Remember that. Structure and accept your risk. Talk to you guys soon. See you tomorrow.